Left that light on. What is this? Much better. Oh, and that one. Even better. There we go. Hello. Apologies for that. We'll turn the music down just a bit. There we are. Hello. Hi everyone. I am Erroneous Hyphen. I almost call myself the thing that everyone in the FC calls me, which need to be turned
up a bit.
Up. I need to be turned up, do I?
Just a little bit.
I'm on max. I can't be turned up. This is it. I can move this slightly closer.
Look
That's
down. Why is it so far up in the air?
because then it's in the camera.
Oh.
Anyway. Moving it away from me. Anyway, hello. I'm Erroneous Hyphen, and I like to stream console mods, console repairs, retro console games, retro PC games, PC builds, and all stuff of that kind of flavour. And normally I do a little bit of a news thing at the start of...
Also, you're cute.
No! Wrong! Incorrect.
Correct.
Kitten sometimes streams with me. We'll see how we go. If we get this done, and I decide to play some games instead of continuing to fix things, because I've got some controllers to fix as well, we'll see. I'll leave it up to whomever happens to be watching at the time. But we'll fix this. The case is now dry too. You can see one of the things that I've done already, the RGB port's on. And we stopped last time partly because some of my tools are in the garage and stuff like that. Thought we'll come back to it. The good thing is now is the case is clean and dry, which means once I've done this I can put it all back together. But we're going to just crack straight into it and continue on our build. So let's swap around here. So I'll just get some light on this. There we are. Get us all nice and focused. So I did check. Sorry?
Can I do some camera work?
If you want. So we did check on here the continuity between the pins and the pads to make sure that this had actually been soldered in nicely.
Is that where you're going to be working, or?
Yeah, to start with, that's where I'm going to start working. Yeah, and we've got continuity between the pins and pads, which is good. Means that we've got a good solder connection there. I checked the ground as well to make sure that we've got a really good ground, which is very important. But this is super solid. And here, this brace that they make for this thing is amazing. I've pre-measured and cut some ribbon cable. This is what we're going to be using. And yeah, I'm gonna try and make this as neat as possible. Now the guide indicates that if I get my little tweezers here, that our RGB points are here. Our 5 volts is down here. CV is here, and CS is up here. Now, interestingly, from the back side of the board, we can get all of these signals as well. So our 5 volts, we're just going for the 5 volt, the other side of the R9, which is here. But the cool thing is, RGB is all here. CS is right there. A is right there. I think it's that one. 1, 2, 3. No, it's that one there, sorry. A is right there. And CV is that one right there. So it puts them all in this very small space on the back of the board. It's not too hard to solder to. The one thing that we do need to be mindful of, this cable here. The 5 volts the only thing that's out of the way, which is, yeah, R9 is there. So that's the only thing that's out of the way. But it means that we can have a really nice, tidy install. And although it won't look too bad, running it from here to there and down there, it's still not going to be, it's not going to be as neat as this. And sometimes little things do make a big difference. So, let's start soldering. We're going to tin the wires first. And then we'll start soldering. So let me just move that out of the way ever so slightly. Get the soldering iron here. And our wires, get a bit of solder. And we just want to tin each wire, basically. We'll try and do it away from the board because I don't want to drop solder on the board. Just a bit of solder on each wire. Make sure we've got it. Could you point the fan at me slightly, darling?
Sure.
There's no webcams.
No, it's only DVD.
It's mainly just because I'm working with solder. It's a safety thing. Don't want to be breathing in too many solder fumes.
Okay, I'm dead, so yes.
Okay, there we go. And we're going to put some resin on, let's pop that back for a moment. We'll put some resin on our pads and then we'll solder our wires down. We want to put a little solder blob basically on each pad is probably the easiest way to do it. Just a little bit of resin. Or flux. Brucin is the type of flux that I'm using. There we are. I'll just put a little bit of solder on each pad. Ideally is what we're going for. Should have started over here, that would have been easier. Oop, a little bit too much there. Nice little solder bump on each pad. we'll start soldering our wires in. So I'll move this over so you can see a bit better what I'm doing. Start with and I'm probably going to need my tweezers to help with each next one. Blue. There we go. So we've got our 5 wires all nice. No bridge connections by the looks of it. Just get a little bit of cleaning fluid, just clean up that resin. Just a little bit. Nice. Should be no bridge connections there by the looks of it. This is what's going to help this whole thing be really nice and neat. That and my coffee. So if we give this a pull, like that's nice and tight. So we want to run this under here. Okay. As tight as we can. We want to fold it around this edge here. That's important. That's what's going to keep this nice and tight and neat. That's all you're going to see from the top side.
Wow.
So it's going to be really nice and neat. So let's start running our lines here. So we're going to run our 5 volt first. Most of these are going to have to be shorter. So we'll run our 5 volt first. It needs to go to top of our 9, which is, just move my tweezers out of the way. Top of our 9, which is this one right here, is what we're going for, and that's our white cable, I believe, if I've done this the right way around. Yes, 5 volts is white. So we'll separate that off. See how far back we have to separate it away to get it over there. I want all these over here. So we're going to there. Right. Okay. So that'll be our where white will sit. Now we could solder this right now, but we don't want to. What we want to do is want to work out our lengths for everything else. So we do want to separate this just a bit more. We actually want, yeah, there we go, these cables going down here-ish. Alright, so let's work back. So black is A. And A for us is this one right here. So let's separate black out. So black's going to go there. This is about as long as we want it to be. Black is A, which is, let me just look at my picture again. It's that one next to there. So it's going there. So we probably want to cut this off. We'll run this in a loop probably. So all the other cables are in the way, which makes it hard for both of us to see what we're doing. We're running it to there, so we're not on the down end, so we'll just cut the nip the end off that. Well, we've got to trim the cable actually, so let's just trim. Now these are actually designed for bigger cables, but that's fine. So we'll just clip. So that's going to go there. Go there. So I'm just going to clip the very, very end of this off. If I can find my side cutters. There they are. Just a little bit. And hopefully we don't cut it too short. Because otherwise I'm in trouble. I'll have to redo it. No, that's fine. Alright, let's just trim the end of that. Okay, so that's A. Oop. So the computer's decided to go to sleep. That has all my information that I'm looking at. No sleep.
Who's going to sleep?
This, curses. Alright. The main computer. I'll just have to bring it up on another screen here, that's alright. No, this is the wrong one. I'm just going to check what version of board we have, make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Yeah, that's correct. All good. Alright, so that's that one done. So what's brown? Brown is CV. And our CV is over here. It's this one right here, I believe. Yes. So brown, let's separate it out. It doesn't have FICO at all. Brown can be cut well short. Let's get it that way. Brown can be cut pretty much there. Where's my snippers gone? A little bit of slack is okay, but we don't want too much. That's why I twist. I might solder these as we go because I'm knocking the wires and spreading them, and I don't want that. Like this one. You put it all together. just give them a little tinning as we go. Alright, this one will be a little bit tricky to trim, I think, but should be able to manage it. I might have to separate it out a bit more, just to give myself some space to work with. Oh, not quite. Oh, still not quite. Oh, I think I might have just ended up cutting that slightly shorter, which I didn't want. So might have to do this slightly different way then, because that's not wanting to play ball, whereas my side cover's gone. To do this the tricky way, otherwise I'm going to have to redo this. There we are. Let me just tin that. There we are. Nice and together. Alright. Our next three colours, so we're not at RGB yet. Red is CV. So our CV is over to the side from memory. Oh wait, have I done this wrong? Brown is CS. That's not good. That's not going to reach. Oh no, I'm going to have to recut this, I think. Brown is CS, which is all the way down there, and I can no longer reach it. It's there. I've trimmed too much because I got my cables back to front. Ah, curses. That's annoying. And I've got no more slack bring this down any further. So, that doesn't even reach CV. Oh, this is what happens when you try to do things neatly. Sometimes you've got to do it more than once, but that's okay. Let's get this. We're going to have to... These wires are all scrap wires now. We'll try again. Let's give it a quick tidy. Tidy those pads. We'll have to try again. Get our wire. So we know how long our longest cables need to be. What do we need? 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many pads have we got? Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, let's grab these. So I'm just checking off my previous wire so I can get this to be roughly the same length. There we are. Alright, let's try again, shall we? And the cool thing is, because this is cut steps, this might actually work a little bit better to make it go that away. So let's just separate these. Start with the shortest one, I suppose. And just want to try and get the wires exposed. There we are. Then we'll go to the next longest. finally longest. There we are. Now I'll tin these. Just got to separate the individual wires a bit. I'll tin them as we go. Let's move this out of the way. Because again, we want to tin as we go if we can. Nice and neat. I'll probably even just tin them. These. That potentially wasn't the best way to do this. I've bridged some wires. Separate those. There. There we are. They should now be separate. Down to there. Alright. Back to more soldering. So got my message here. Check this out. Coffee. Alright. Now that I've got this, let's solder this on. So because this is kind of stepped, let me just on all the wires separated to the same point. Okay, there we are. Yeah, so because this is kind of stepped, we might go that way with it. That should actually be a really good way to do this. So let's just go like so. And then we'll use our trusty tweezers for each next one. Get that out of the way. Out of the way, you. That might be bridged. Oh no. There we go. So that should be a lot better. Being asked what I'm modding. It's a Single Master System 2! Yeah, it's a hatto from you. It flies all over the screen. Did it go all over the screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Cute.
Wait, what are you doing now?
I'm about to run the cables again
Okay.
because the last one. And I'm just going to check that they're all. That CV one needs a bit of a tidy. Should have good connections there. So I'm just going to run this under here again. I might try something slightly different this time. It's nice and tight here. We'll separate out the 5 volt, which is purple. And then we might, sorry?
Gentle.
Gentle, yeah. It's nice and tight, like that's not going anywhere. That's well soldered in. We'll make sure there's no bridges actually. Important thing. So let's get our multimeter. Basically, let's see if I can get that on screen. See how that's a 1? If it turns into anything except for a 1, then we have a bridge. So if you touch these together, changes. So let's check. Make sure we don't have any bridges. No.
Touch them together?
Perfect.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not a very good multimeter, but it does the job. Alright, so yeah, what we might do this time, I'll try this a little bit different. We'll separate out our 5 volt, which is purple. It's going to run to there, I believe. Yeah. So purple to there. Blue is A. So A is that one down there. run the long cable. It's got to run to down here-ish. And then this next one, so this is what I got backwards last time. This next one is CS. So CS is one of these up here. I think it's this one. So that's got to go to there. So it's got to go there. That's pretty easy. It's got 5 volt. So we might just set that 5 volt. We might even solder in our 5 volt. Just so that's done. Because that's the longest run. Just make sure we've got this as tight as we can. So going to, is it there? No. There. So let's get our snippers here. Work, yep. We're going to put a little bit of solder on the wire, a little bit of solder on the pad, and we'll solder it in. The pad is top pad of R9. Yeah, which is this one here, I believe. Yep, just that one there. Top pad of R9. Make sure it's got a nice bond. And we'll solder that down. That should make the rest of our wires a little bit easier to run. Geradio! Hey buddy, how's it going? We're just doing a Sega Master System HDMI mod right now. Look how neat this cable run's going to be, hey? So tidy. That's all you're going to see from the top for this particular mod. We're doing the hard thing and wiring it all up to the back. So that's our 5 volt. I can check continuity of that if I need to from the top side. So let's check it, hey? So R9 to 5 volt. Let's put this on logic mode again. See if you can see that. No, you can't. There we go. If that number changes, I wish I had a beepy one, but if that number changes, then we've got a good connection between 5 volt and R9.
Change.
That's what we want.
Yay!
So our 5 volt is good. And it's the only one on the guide that it doesn't give you a spot on the back as to where you're running it to, so perfect. Anyway, how's your night, Gerard? Tell me, what have you been up to?
He's gender bending.
It's gender bending. Isn't he always?
No, but like
No.
for reals. Look,
Emily took over my Final Fantasy account.
look.
But Emily plays
New World.
New World, that's it. I was going to say Lost Ark. Emily doesn't play Lost Ark. What am I looking at?
Yeah, look.
Oh,
Look at this.
who's that? That's
It
not Emily.
It is. It is.
How
Emily.
come Emily's not a Lala? That's wrong.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is all wrong, Gerard. Wrong. Alright. Anyway, so blue and green are our next two, which are A and CS respectively. So Dutcham, hey Dutcham, how's it going? How's your night going? Fatally shiny. You need to put two-factor authentication on that account. Yeah, Gerard needs to put two-factor authentication on everything, but unfortunately Emily and Borrelia have access to Gerard's phone, so there is no escape.
There's no escaping them.
That's right. Sorry, so which way around were these again? A and C, S. So blue is A,
Emily's a zero passer for
which
sure.
is over here, and we want to run it
Right.
down and around. And
Blue.
green is CS, which is there. And then these are RGB. And the yellow is CV. So yellow is CV. So let's do, so CV is that way. Just a tad. So actually these ones we should be able to do all together. So let me just not clip these too short. So probably it's going to make 100% sure it is the top one. Yeah, CV is the top one and yellow is CV. Yellow is CV. This is the second time I have to do it because I got my wires back to front. So yellow is CV. Here's the top one. Blue is A. Goes down there, so it'll be yellow. And then RGB. So let's put RGB will need to be roughly how long? Once I separate them out. Okay. Now let's start trimming wires. So these ones that are out here by themselves, maybe do them. That's fine. And green. Alright, and then I'll just tin those, and then I'll strip the RGB, and we'll separate them, and then we'll be good to start putting these last ones on. Okay, some of those. Doesn't work exactly. I have access to my mobile. Yeah, it's a problem. Alright, let's just strip these three. Separate that back to there, just to make life a bit easier. Strip these about there. Separate the wires. Just a smidgen. Oop. Now we'll tin them. And we can just start running these in, really. Alright, and we'll put a little bit of solder on each of our points so we know where we're going. So this one's a bit tricky because we've got a wire in the way. So A. There's there. This one right there. Might put a bit of resin on it actually. Put resin there on that one. We need some more. Must have made this a bit better. So resin on A, resin on C, whatever it is, RGB, and then C. appear to have lost sound. I don't know if I've lost my music. We'll have a look and check that. Have I lost my music?
Yes.
I have. That's right, I can sort that out. Where's my mouse? That's still on. Still there? Oh no. We should have sound according to this, but
No, I can't hear anything.
I'm just not getting my... I wonder if it's this that's got no sound. Let's pick another one.
Scared me for a second because I was going to make it, but it was Fantasia again.
Are you sure there's no sound?
Yeah,
You can hear me, but no music.
correct.
This says there's sound.
It's very quiet then, I can't hear it.
Let me just turn this off and on again.
Gerard says there is music.
Okay.
I can't hear it. The fan's louder than the music.
There we go.
No.
Wait, no, the music has stopped. You're just losing your mind randomly. Was that Final Fantasy? Is that what you were hearing?
He says there is music now.
Yeah, there is music now. I can hear it.
I can't hear it.
Well, now it's your problem.
There's lag between his message and what he hears. Oh, I could wait. No, I can't hear it.
There we go. Alright, that should be all our points. So let's start
Definitely
running
loud.
these. So,
I can hear the fan on mine, but it's not
uh,
loud.
it's not loud.
No.
So blue goes down there, I think, which that is, what is that one again?
That's
A.
crazy, apparently.
Blue is A. There's definitely music. I can hear music and I can see it on the thing.
Okay. Oh,
Right, let's get our...
alright, I can hear the music now.
Okay. Right, so we're going to this one right here. Ow! I just touched the hard metal bit that's full of heat. Okay. I just burnt my finger. Yay!
Yeah, it's really quiet.
Is it? I can turn it up.
Yeah, well, he needs it now so he doesn't choke himself up.
There we go. Yeah, the fan needs to run because I've got solder. I don't want cancer.
Yes.
Is basically the short reason. Alright, so now yellow needs to go
Such a baby, doesn't look bad.
there. So let's just get this.
Is it better now?
I want yellow to go there without melting the blue cable. Should have done yellow first, clearly.
But I can't hear the music for like a big thing because Discord takes over and we'll be back again. Okay.
There we go. There's that
Yeah,
one.
I can hear the music now.
You can hear the music now? Okay, that's good. Let me just separate this blue a tad more so that it can run. safely over there. There we go. That's where I want that running. Alright, green. Let's go the RGB. So hopefully these are the wrong way around, the right way around. So R is on the right. Is R orange? It is. R is orange, I think.
Stop saying you think.
Well, there's solder in the way. I might need to look at a picture of the board actually, just to confirm. Because there's solder in the way, that means I can't see. This is the wrong one, but it should be the same way around. Nope, it's different. Damn it. Okay, alright, let's go to the other one. That's what I have. Okay. There's a picture of the board. Zoom in. Ah, no. So R is orange, and blue is, so orange, red, brown. So R is orange. So let me go back to my little image. So R is orange. Oh yeah, that should be fine. Actually, that should be perfect. Oh, this is the best. Yeah, okay, because it goes backwards on the other side. It's left to right, B, G, R. So that is perfecto. Let's just solder them straight on then. So, come on. R. In fact, I probably want to clip them a little bit shorter than they are. Just the end of the wire, not the that should be better. So that's R. Red is G, green. Red is green. You heard the man.
Power.
And lastly, brown is blue. Oh, I can't quite get that to sit down for me. No, sit down. Ah, curse you. This wire keeps wanting to snake up. goodness me. This cable wants to be the worst of all.
Why are you in voice chat not talking?
Ah! Keep sitting up. Sit down.
Hello.
There we are. And this one, so this is too long now. I need to trim that.
Okay.
Because it's got to go to there, I believe, because that is CS. Which has to go to that point there. So let's trim this a bit shorter. And then just want to wire out. This last one here.
So, darling?
Just talking to myself. And again, we want to be careful of that black wire. Okay. Now again, we'll just check this for make sure we've got no bridges or anything like that. I think we have a slight issue down here. Yeah, we do. Okay. We'll still lift that brown cable up. I thought that might have happened. Oh, it's a bit tangled. Let's lift that brown cable. See if we can get some slack and sort it out. Tweezers, where'd they go? Problem is now we've got a lot of, so let's just peel this back a little bit more before we run it just a little bit by itself there.
Change my mind.
Out. Now I'll just try and press this down.
I know. I left myself.
Oh, god damn it. I'm just gonna have to run this just a little bit that zone. Let's fold it over. And hopefully
Oh. Yes, it is. This is where it's...
out. Really burning my hand here, but that's alright.
Don't do that.
Just a little bit. At least we've sorted out that short now. There we go. All good. No panic. It's still a very neat install. We need to put some caftan tape though there, I think. Just to make sure nothing shorts. So we'll just get some caftan tape.
Look at that. Look at it.
Oh, could you pass me scissors?
Yep.
Thank you. I'm going to use a couple of bits of caftan just to make sure we don't risk any shorts here. And a little bit on the 5 volt. There certainly shouldn't be, because all of the pins and everything from the existing stuff is back here, but just because it sits a bit higher when you've got another wire on top of it, I just like to be thorough. There we go. Nice. Nice and neat and tidy. So that's it. That's that mod done. And look how neat that looks.
It does look.
That
it does
is
look really good.
so very tidy.
Show
So
me the other
let's
side.
zoom out. Yeah, our workspace is a mess. Nice and tidy. So now we've got to work out what we're doing with the next one. So I've just been asked exactly, hey Doom, I was about to say, hey Serial, who's Serial? Stop dead naming me. I'm Erroneous Hyphen, you bastard. Someone just asked me, I was telling them what I was doing, they asked me exactly what a HDMI mod and a region switch, which is the next one that we'll do, does. So having a HDMI mod, the old Sega Master System only had RF or antenna out, which modern TVs generally don't have an analog tuner, so you can't actually plug an Australian Master System 2 or any Master System 2 into a lot of modern TVs at all. Having this RGB 9-pin DIN plug means that you can get a Mega Drive cable, which has red, white, yellow cables, so composite, or RGB SCART, and plug it into a television. You can also there's a company that does Mega Drive to HDMI cables, which means you can plug this straight into HDMI on a modern TV and get a super crisp picture. And the other thing is the region mod, which will be related to the power switch and the pause switch as to what they're doing. The reason for that is with old consoles, where the games were made in the US and Japan, their TV systems were 60 hertz, and in Australia and Europe, a lot of our TV systems and New Zealand are 50 hertz. So in order to get that to work properly, these old consoles, what they did is they actually ran the games slower over here to get them to work with a 50 hertz signal. So when you play Sonic on a Sega Master System 2 in Australia and New Zealand, we've been playing it slower than everybody else. The normal speed is actually 20% faster, 50 hertz to 60 hertz, 20% faster than what we play. So it's quite a significant difference, and it makes particularly with sound as well, like all the music is slowed down as well, so it makes a big difference. Because I cut one of the cables short, so I've got a bit of scrap cable here that we can use for other things. Yeah, make it disappear. Alright, let's tidy up just a little bit. We've checked for bridges and continuity and everything, so everything is good. I wonder if it will even work here. So RGB, so I think that's RGB. Continuity. My favorite words. Continuity, it means it's connected. But it's all nicely done and nice and neat. All the messy cables are underneath. Alright, so our next mod is this. And I may actually need to run downstairs to get a drill, because I forgot. So I might need to take a slight break when I get to reassembly. But, because this little thing is a template to drill out a hole in the power switch. So this goes here. And then we're going to run some cables for this as well. So I'm going to look up where those cables are supposed to run. But basically it adds a light to our power switch, and it runs some cables to various points, including the pause button to allow us to swap between 50 hertz and 60 hertz. This is our kit. Let's have a look at the instructions. This is currently set to no. So I've got a little jumper that we need to set, which is what I'm talking about. Let's zoom in here. Move this. Let's move all this up here. We can zoom in on our work area. So there's a little jumper. You can barely see it right there.
Oh, more zoom.
I can't do more zoom. Oh, I can move this. Actually, I can move that a little bit more and do more zoom. There we go. That's as much zoom as I can do. It's a little bit blurry, but you can see here, this is a jumper. It says FM. So this particular chip here You can also get it to wire up with a FM sound module. The Sega Master System had FM sound in some games, which is basically a higher quality sound chip. The FM sound didn't exist at all in the Australian or New Zealand models. The Master System 2, I'm pretty sure, is all we got. I don't think we got a Master System 1 over here. Or if we did, it was in very, very rare supply. And they didn't have the FM sound module. You can buy it separately. And this particular chip, what you can do is change that little jumper to yes by just basically desoldering the no and soldering together those two pins or two pads, and then get an FM module and all the bits and pieces to hook that up, and you can swap between regular sound and FM sound as well as the 50-60 hertz. So now we're only doing the 50-60 hertz on this particular one, so just need to see where we need to wire up to. Okay, so we've got a couple of points here. And we've got stuff that we need to cut as well in this one. And that's some of that's underneath, so again we're gonna have to run cables. So we need we're gonna cut some traces.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. So it has to do with the reset or the pause button. The pause switch is what we're doing. So PB and PL, which are here, PB and PL, they're underneath the board up near this pause switch. I can zoom out a little bit so we can see that. There we go. That's more showing my work area. So PB and PL, which are these two, they're going to solder in underneath the pause switch, so they need to go under. So we've got two cables to run there. 5 volt and ground and video. So video we need to run to this pin here. You actually need to cut that pin from the chip. And we can remove the rest of the other pin from underneath and solder that leg. We don't want to cut the wrong one, that'll be a problem. And then 5 volt and ground we want to run up here, but we can actually run 5 volt and ground underneath, so that we just run the vid cable here. Nice straight run, just one wire. And then the 5 volt ground PBPL, we'll run them around the back in a nice bit of rainbow wire. So let's get our, where's our, oh, here it is. Alright, so we're going to need one for video, which I've already got a long one here, so I might just use that. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the others. So let's get a nice long run, because this has got to go. This has got to go from here around and all the way there. So let's see if we can work out how much we need. From there to there, and then from there to go all the way up there. So a bit more than that. Alright, this should be enough. Should be more than enough. But this, actually, this grey one, we don't need this much. So we're going to just separate it out and just cut what we need, which is roughly that much. Okay, and cut this 4. I actually need a lot less PBPL because they only need to go to there. So let's grab, how are we going to do this? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just grab the whole length actually, and we'll try and make it all nice. Bit of wasted wire is not so bad. We'll still use it. Right, let's roll this back up. Up there. Okay. So let's work out our vid wire first. So So let's just trim this. How much do I need? I really need less than what I have here. I'll just trim this in first. And so it's got to go from there right down here. Probably need that much roughly. Let's just clip that. Where's my side cutters? There they are.
So you better pick up my scissors. I was like, they're not side cutters.
Yeah. And then we'll just strip the end here. Alright. Let's get some resin and put that on the pads that we need. We might just stick this down so it's ready to go, hey? It's got a little bit of double-sided tape on the back. Just stick it down, yeah. There we are. Alright. Let's tin our pads to start with. There we are. Some very nice soldables. Alright, this is the bit that we don't stuff up because if I cut the wrong leg, basically ruin the whole thing. Pin. So the fourth long pin. That one. That one right there. Let's just double check it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pin 57. So let's check. 64, 63, 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57. That one. There we go, it's cut. The pin is cut. Alright, now we just want to bend it up ever so slightly. What we probably can do as well, actually, is we can remove that pin that's underneath there. I wonder if I can just desolder it or if I'm going to need my solder sucker. Have I completely cut that leg? Or have I missed a little bit there? Oh, there we are. Now it's definitely cut. We might just use my solder sucker. So I'm just going to swap my plugs over. And we'll use that to get that pin out. Just let it cool up, so it'll be the fourth one along here. It's not hot enough yet. not hot enough. Wait for this to heat up. There we go. That pin is now gone. If we flip it over, you can see sort of just there's a missing pin there, which is exactly what we want.
Yeah.
So let's swap our things back. I love this solder sucker. So good.
Do you have to call it that?
That's what it's called, a solder sucker.
It's so
Sucks solder.
It does not call
What's wrong with it sucking solder?
It's not.
It's just solder.
It's not the product name. Sure.
It is.
I don't believe you.
Look it up. I'm sure on the side it says in Japanese, solder sucker. Sakura solar.
Sakura.
Sakura. Why are they crooked? Why are what crooked?
Everything.
What's crooked? All of these things.
No, Gerard. Say it answer.
You need to. Oh, I can do it. Bullying. Oh wow. There we go. The little tower things. Blue. The capacitors, I think you mean. Which, where's my little thing that I'm using to point? You mean like all of these? Yeah? All of those things. 1985 manufacturing process. That is why. That is why. So, yeah. When boards were assembled back then, the part pickers were not as like super precise as they are now. They didn't have the boards like all nice and superheated and so on and so forth. So a lot of old consoles, when you open them up, the capacitors are like all over the shop. My brain has issues. They're crooked. It needs to be straightened.
I know, right?
That would take a lot of work to straighten all of these. Because the problem is the legs. The legs, no. They're old, so the legs could get weak and stuff like that. Yeah. The only way to really do it properly is to replace them. I'm not replacing all the capacitors on this. They're fine. None of them are bulging or leaking. There'll be a case over the top of them. I'm not replacing it. There's no benefit. If I were doing this as a job for somebody that I was being paid for, and they were paying me to recap the whole thing, I would gladly recap it. It would be extremely expensive to recap this machine and straighten everything. Anyway, we're going to run the video line. So, we'll get a bit of solder actually on that leg.
Oh my god.
Alright. What is our white, not white, grey cable that I'm using for video? Where did I put it? Here's these four. I should have a grey. There it is. Alright, this way around. So we'll connect it down here first. And then we'll run it, and then we'll... so Vib is this one here. Get these. I'll take your glasses off so you can't tell. There's going to be really nice straight cable runs here, Lay. There's absolutely nothing for you to reasonably complain about. Might get some more solder on here. I might actually tin this too. Just to help this go down. Right there. Just want to make sure it's not bridging any pins too. Clip. Sorry, I keep headbutting the camera.
Oh,
It's very no. There we go. That should be nice and oh god, I keep headbutting it. That should be nice and tight.
Oh, there's your head.
Yeah, I know. I just want to.
I'm sorry, I'm in the landscape. I cannot help with the camera work, people. I'm sorry.
I'll just move this over. That'll give me a bit more space. There we are. We'll check continuity on that. Just cause we'll get this in shot so you can see. Whoop. We want that number 1 to change between this pad and that. There we go.
Do you want me to help now? I'm dead.
No, I'll just make sure I haven't bridged any pins.
It did change. Wait, did you want it to change or not change?
Actually, they could be. Those pins could be connected inside anyway. Yeah, some of those pins are connected inside. So, I just had a little bit of a panic there. I'm like, we don't want the number to change. Number changes. That's fine. As long as that and that are connected. That's what we want to know. Brilliant. Right, so there's our video line. I feel like I want to put more solder on it, but I don't want to melt the shielding back too much. Just want to make sure it's a nice. Oh no! Oh no, that's even worse. Oh well, that ruined it. Just going to slide it just a smidge back from here. Just give me a little bit more. Whoop! Give me a little bit more space to work with. Oh, it's much better. Oop. Except now it doesn't want to stay. Ah!
What you doing?
Just trying to get this connection a little better. I'm not. There we go. I'm happy with that now. I wasn't 100% happy with it, that's all. Alright, let's double check continuity from that pin to there. I'm covering it so you can't see. Nice. Even if I go to another pin, that's good. Because there's stuff going on inside that thing. So perfect. Alright, there's our video line run. Now let's run our... Where's my other cable? I should have used the scrap cable. Ah, never mind. It's probably not long enough because I need a nice long one for this bit. So... Probably black and white for 5-volt and ground because that makes sense. I'll try and run it like so. Probably actually separate these and oh good, and black will be ground, that's what we want. Nice, logical cabling, unintentionally. Ow. There's a little cutter down there. That's where I just stuck my thumb. Might have just nipped my thumb ever so slightly. Ah, cool, blood. I'm just going to go BRB for a moment while I go get a band-aid and then I'll continue. Because I just, I'll show you again, I was clipping the cables and I put my thumb there in the cutty bit. So there's a bit of blood, like, got a band-aid on there and it's already coming through. I was like, oh, that's fine. Oh, there's blood. There's a good amount of blood. So yeah, band-aid. Nice and tight though. Kind of stings. Alright, so now these have all gotten all frayed because I threw it down in a ow, I've hurt my finger moment. So let me just fix these up. Okay. Now we'll just tin these. So let's move this out of the way for a moment. And we'll tin these cables.
I think as well I think they even like just lock it in to the point. Like you can't mess it up after a while. No, I mean like once you get it balanced. Like no, but that means that people are having a problem. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
So one person in
So let's bring this back. So we'll wire that to here. We'll just quickly get the bottom tray and just check. I'm pretty sure this will work fine. Just to make sure the wires are going to be happy to run that way. This way or this? I think it's this way. Yeah. Yep. So they're fine. They run there, and there's space for them to go down in there. These will run over the edge here. So what we may have to do. Yeah, over the edge there, so that they don't get. Well, why does that not sit quite right? So they don't get squashed. I might cut a lip out of there, I think. Don't cut myself on the sharp metal again. Can I cut this? Nope, it's too sharp. It's too tough. That's okay, I can just bend it down a bit there. That'll give it space to go. That should be fine. That should still go fine in the case. Alright. See if some stronger scissors might actually... Oh, look at that, can cut it with safety scissors. So just straighten this so we can cut it. I can bend it all back into shape. Who needs 10 steps? Just use like paper scissors apparently, and they work fine. Getting closer to starting yours on Ferno's PC builds. Nice! What is the thing? What has happened that has brought you closer today? So that should actually fit well now. Yeah, perfect. I'll just run the cables through there. Let me just mark it so I know where it's supposed to go.
Let it. Do it.
That's the corridor. Sorry, I just needed to... Mapping! What has happened? Have you ordered parts? What's going on? What is the making of the closer?
Ooh. Once her property sells in Australia, we'll buy it.
Settlement date. Ah, nice. You will buy it. No, it's in Queensland.
I'll take it.
We don't want to live in Queensland. Alright, let's run these. Well, let's connect these anyway.
Wait, like actual?
Two.
Better.
I feel like this is I've got slightly too much bare wire here. And maybe I've just got too much length of wire on this one as well.
Yeah, I know, right?
Way too much.
It's taunting
I just
us.
want it to be right there, so I just need to cut that much wire. There we are. That should nicely go. Right. I'll stop headbutting the camera at some point. I want to do that because I'll burn the other thing. So we come in right angle. Alright, there we are, there's those cables there. We've got our marked point that we can go through, which is right there. So I'll wrap this around. So they're going to sit like that. Alright, so I've got Black is ground.
Asking the wrong ground.
White is 5 volt. PB is brown. Okay, so PB and PL are the brown and red, and they need to go up here-ish. So PB is that one, and PL is... Oh, I've covered PL with caftan tape. I'll have to get a new little bit of caftan tape for that one. So PB is this one, PL is that one, but we need to cut a... we need to cut a trace, which is this one right here. And that's how we cut a trace. So now there should be no continuity either side of that. Let's check it. There's our number. We want that to not change between this here and here. Yep. Nice. So if we go there, we get number change. If we go the other side, we get nothing. And if we go this side, we get number change. It's a bit hard to put your thing on. But if we go the other side, nothing. So we have successfully cut that trace.
Wow, pulled out by Visenya.
Is Visenya the millionaire being mean again?
Yeah. Did you right this time?
It sold for 375k. Yeah. It's Queensland property. We're like looking at 3-bedroom houses and it's like
$1 million.
yeah, $1 million. Like, and we're not in Sydney. We're not in the city. We're in a regional area. Not rural, but regional.
Telling lies.
Yeah. Alright, so we want these two. It's gonna go up there for us. So, PB, PL. So one there, and one there. Which one's which? Let's work that out. Brown is PB, and PB is that one there. Oh, perfect. Alright. So let's just go... No, let's not cut them both because red needs to be longer.
Look, Lee. This is literally the
on.
place we looked at today. Lee's house was the one we looked at today. We didn't go in.
Lee's house was not the one we looked at today. I'll have a quick look at exactly what she said in just a moment. So one there, we could do that. 2-story house, 3-bedroom, connected garage. Yeah. We looked at a place today that was just under 600,000. 2-story townhouse, 3-bedroom, connected garage in Shitsville.
Yep.
Like, surrounded by murder dens.
Yep.
It was, yeah. It was not fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing of like you don't really know what the place is like until you're there. But like, I don't think criminals would feel uncomfortable there. They would feel secure, ready to rob everyone.
Like, I wouldn't be comfortable with my son riding his bike in the area.
Well, it's the dodginess.
Like, it's near.
It was more the dodginess of, on the pictures, it looked like there wasn't many houses around and it was a gated community. And we turned up and there were like people's lives in terms of rubbish, like filling there.
I should get some resin for these
What are
2
they called?
points.
Driveways. And it wasn't gated at all.
Yeah.
It looked like someone ripped the gate off.
Yeah, maybe it was gated at one point. Yeah.
Getting you in trouble with that?
I'm gonna say it's hard to spend ages looking, nearly 8 months going through all the crappy places. You have to feel something for the place, otherwise you won't like returning to it every night. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly right. Particularly when you're paying $750,000.
Peter's talking about how he wants to play the Scott.
Sorry, how? How, what?
The Scott Morrison rap? He wants to play it at top volume in his car.
That's fair.
And everyone else is saying it's noise pollution.
Oh, I mean, Scott Morrison shouldn't have said those things then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No one knows. No one knows what happened.
I'll tell them though.
No, you won't.
He just poured coffee all over himself.
I didn't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you?
She's lying. I went to have a sip and there was like a little bug in it. I was like, oh, I want to stop having a sip before I have my sip. And it was too late. I pulled it away from my mouth before I tipped it back up and the coffee went all over my lap. But these things happen. I want to pay points to see.
No,
No.
There's nothing to see. He's got black jeans on.
Yeah, there's no...
But it did
Right,
look
PB
amazing.
is-
Unfortunately, the camera wasn't catching the
PB is
amazing
brown.
pour onto
I need
his
to
light.
remember. Okay, let me put a little bit of solder on it. So PB is brown. PB is brown. Put some solder on my... Up there. And on this one. So PB goes there.
Cool.
So that's PB right there. And PL is right there.
Alright. Brings you back to your school days. It's so good. I love that. So good.
There we are.
It's a bit more difficult than that.
So there's those two. It's been a long time since it's but if you're gonna make a mess, make it showable. No comment.
Just cover the screen.
It's not Lay. It's not Kupo after dark. It's disgusting.
What? She wasn't saying anything disgusting.
Sure she was.
Oh, okay. Now, why am I defending her?
It's been a long time since I've seen a soldering iron being used. Yeah. You should, if you watch more of my streams, you see it used all the time. Well, actually, that's not true. I want to do more of this. But, I tend to do mostly, gaming. But, you know, like, there's a few people that are subscribed and stuff like that. So that money goes towards doing these kind of projects and, yeah. Alright, 5 volt and ground. So they need to go to this chip here. Pins 18 is 5 volts, 17 is ground. Now I don't have numbers here, but I do have numbers here. So that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that one right there apparently? I have a soldering iron, haven't used in ages, yeah. Can you imagine paying someone to burn themselves? That's basically what my subscription is for. Thank you, Gerard. So that's 17, which is ground, which should be a long pin according to... No, I must have counted wrong because this says it's 17 as a short pin. Oh, I've counted from the wrong side. One is there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That one right there. Oh, I'm just counting pins. Who's that? Fatally Shiny. Oh, you can't see me dancing. I'm counting pins. I don't have a spare hand to go face. Blah, blah. It's too late.
Ready?
You missed. Thank you so much, Fatally Shiny. 5 months, dude. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That is great. And yeah. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. So I'm just like trying to not move my hand at all because I've just counted pins. Basically, Gerard, you want him to use candle wax. That was great, kittens. Can you kittens?
Yeah.
Actually, no, that's all right. This one's easier to note because it's where that bridge is. Yeah, okay. I'll just make sure. So that's a short pin, which it should be for ground. So let me just double check it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And that'll be 18 then. So that's our 5 volt. And that's our ground. So let's just put some solder on both of those. Nope, don't want a ball of it. Okay. So black is ground, which is our short pin, which is that one. And white is, so it's going to go to about there-ish. Black is ground. About there. We'll run it there and then that way, I reckon. Try and keep it a nice, neat run. About there-ish. Clip these. Get some bare wire. Now we only want a little bit in this circumstance. Perfect. Now we'll separate those and tin them. Alright, so ground is our short pin, which means ground is on the inside. Yeah. Oh, the camera. Let's separate them just a bit more. So that's going to be ground, so let's run this. It's going to go down there. Let's do it like this, shall we? Let's get ground in there. And then 5-volt. The longer cable. You don't want to bridge it, so let's cut that slightly shorter, so we've got less
You become too much.
to work with. I want to solder it right. That bit right there. So. There we are. That should be it. Pretty much. Except for my need of a drill. There we are. We'll just make sure that I haven't bridged those two. And we'll put some caftan tape down. So, check we haven't bridged them. Actually, this isn't going to work because they do things through the thing, so we're just going to visibly. They don't appear bridged. We're just visually inspecting it in this circumstance. Alright, let's pop some and turn off our soldering iron. We'll get some more caftan tape. We can start reassembling. We do need to go get my drill though, which is down in the garage. What was the tool clipper thingy? Oh, hang on, there's multiple questions here. Is this the tool clipper thingy that you're talking about? It's a wire shredder, stripper, thank you. So it clamps the wires and then strips them. This makes it a hell of a lot easier. Mr. Binu, what are you exactly doing to the board? So, let me put this caftan tape on and then I will explain what each component does. And then I will get, where are my scissors gone? There we go. And then I'll just quickly run down and get my drill. So I can do the little bit of drilling that I need to do. Then we can reassemble it. So one thing at a time. Caftan.
Does Lee want me to headbutt you?
No, I headbutted the camera. Again.
You're doing that every like 2 seconds?
Yeah. I've got it nice and low, so it's like got really good focus. Don't really need a caftan tape for all these things, I'm just being particular. So I'll explain. There are 2 mods here that are doing various things. I'll zoom out ever so slightly so you can see them both. That's it. Okay, so, and I'll run through what the connections are as well. There they are. Alright, so I'll do this mod up here first. So this up here replaces the old RF video and audio output. So, this normally does only an antenna connection. And that's the only way to get any kind of picture and audio out of a Sega Master System 2, which is what the vast majority of us got in Australia and New Zealand. There were no Master Systems 1, or very, 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 very few Master Systems 1. This particular mod replaces that. So that used to be soldered down there, it's been removed. This is a 9-pin DIN RGB connector, which the great thing is that the Sega Mega Drive, which had composite out, which is the red, white, yellow cables, had. But the cool thing, or the coolest thing, is that it is actually a SCART connector by default. So what that means is SCART's one of the best video audio outs you can have, particularly in a retro system. It breaks it up into red, green, blue and audio, much like a component cable, which is red, green, blue and audio, but those are analog, whereas a 9-pin DIN is digital. So the great thing is that this is a digital signal at the plug, which means that you can get a HDMI converter for it, and it's all digital. So you will get this is not the best kit that there is. There is one slightly better made by the same place, consolesunleashed.com. This is the second best kit. They didn't have the best one in stock when I ordered it. But basically it will give us, you can get a cable just to do HDMI straight from your Sega Master System 2 to a modern television. Because the issue is, this little RF output thing, it outputs a signal that you can tune into using an analog tuner. And modern televisions don't come with an analog tuner anymore, so you can't connect a Master System 2 to a modern television generally without something else. So that's the first thing. So we get great picture out of there. It can connect to using HDMI, a modern television, super crisp. The second modification we have is called a switchless region mod, which is this one down here. It also supports an FM audio board, which we don't have, which I'll explain what that is as well. But we'll talk about the switchless region first. So what this does is it takes, so in Australia and New Zealand, our televisions back in the day ran on 50 hertz, and it brings back memories of needing to tune the TV to play the Sega. Exactly. If you have a Sega that needs to be tuned in, you cannot do that anymore because modern televisions don't have an analog tuner. So you can't go buy a Master System and plug it into your TV. It doesn't work. But no more tuning, just straight to HDMI. So this region switch. So back in the day, Australia and New Zealand and European televisions ran on 50 hertz, and Japanese and American televisions ran on 60 hertz. Now, pretty much every game and console out there, in respect to like Sega and Nintendo, were all made in Japan and the USA. So they were all made, and the games were all designed to run at 60 hertz. Now, in order to get these systems to work properly with Australian and European televisions, they needed to output a 50 hertz signal. And the most convenient way to do that was to get the game to run slower. So to get the game to run at 50 hertz instead of 60 hertz. So if you've ever played Sonic or anything like that, or any Sega game back in the day, it's supposed to run 20% faster than what we played it as. You played slow Sonic. You didn't play Sonic. You played 50 hertz Sonic. Everything was slower than it was supposed to be. Sonic was supposed to be 20% faster, and it even affected the music. So the music that remember and love is supposed to be 20% beats per minute faster, and also obviously if you slow something down that much, the tone, no, the pitch changes as well. So the songs that we know and remember from our favourite classic games were disadvantaged right out of the box. So yeah, I know, right? The song is wrong. What you remember is not what Sonic is supposed to be. Sonic is supposed to be 20% faster, and for a game that's designed around speed, like, that's massive. So what this does is it allows this unit to run at 60 hertz, which I'll send. I'll post a comparison video for you, Lay, that I was showing my son, actually, explaining this to him as to what you would have played versus what Sonic is. It's a big difference. If you're on my Discord, I'll chuck it there, but if not, I'll pop it in the Kupo channel as well. So everything, like, but even like Alex the Kid and stuff like that, like, it's completely different. But I'll do it once I've finished and put this all back together. What I need to do, I'm just going to quickly go and BRB. I need to go downstairs and grab my drill and a drill bit, because I need to drill a hole in the switch, because this will let us swap between 50, 60 hertz. The other thing, actually, I'll just quickly explain the FM system as well. So again, in Japan and in America, there were a bunch of Japanese and American games that had a different soundtrack altogether that utilized a sound board that was in the Sega Master System 1. So this is Master System 2, because we didn't get the 1 very much here. But in the Sega Master System 1 it had it, the 2 didn't. That had a different soundtrack that played on a different sound synthesizer called the FM chip. So what this does is you can actually connect, if you get a aftermarket FM board, which do exist, you can connect this to that as well, and it will allow you to swap between regular audio 50 hertz, FM audio 60 hertz, and a bunch of other options to do with FM audio and Japanese game enable stuff for that. So you can actually play a game and then you can swap it to FM audio and hear that the sound is different, the music is different, same tune, but like clearer instruments, I suppose, is the best way to put it. Alright, so give me 5 minutes, because I need to run downstairs. I'll grab my drill and I'll quickly drill a hole, and what we'll do is we'll reassemble this whole unit. Now I don't have the HDMI cable today, so I won't be able to plug it in to show you, and because I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, I probably won't play any games after it, but we'll get it all together and we'll show you it all done. Just give me about 5 minutes, won't be long. Okay, I'm back. I've drilled the hole, so there's a little guide piece here. But I've drilled the hole in the switch for it, so we can now reassemble this. That will be all good. So the reason for that hole is there's a little light post. Thanks, Lay. I thought you'd left. Thank you for hanging around. There's a little light post that goes over there and collects the light at that point. So it tells us as to whether we're watching or playing at 50 Hz or 60 Hz. So I'll just clean it up just a smidge. Where's my knife there? There we are. So it sits right there on that little switch and collects the LED light off the thing here. So we're going to zoom right out now because we're going to start reassembly. Now there are other screws all about here. I know it's a mess. Those are from PlayStation 4 that I'm still doing. Hey Belias, how's it going? Thank you for the follow, Belias. How are you doing tonight? Hope you're having a lovely time. We're just doing some mods on this Sega Master System 2. We're pretty much done actually. We're just reassembling it now. So I'm going to go get the case that's been cleaned and washed. Alright. So first things first. Dishwasher washed. No, hand washed. So it's going to go right there. Oh, should slide that in its little pocket there. It's going to go right there. Slide that ever so slightly up. There we are. Nice. Just lurking curiously around. Sharp looking board. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've just done a RGB output mode and a region switch. So being a Master System 2 in Australia, this currently runs at 50 Hz. This will allow us to swap to 60 Hz. And yeah, tried to do as much as I could to make the cables as neat, the wire runs as neat as I could. So I'll show you the RGB mod. Runs around the back here, and get our power and our 5V and so forth. And then same thing for the region mod. We just run it over the lip here and use as many of the rear of the board that we could, rear points of the board that we could, to get the nice and neat cable run. And then just the video signal running from the chip here. Nice straight run. So very little on top to see, which is always good. And I've clipped a little bit here out of the shielding as well. Alright, let's get the bottom part of the case. We should be able to drop this just straight in here. There we are. Yeah, and you'll see it's a no-cut mod, so that port, when I line it up right, because that's not lined up obviously, where that's sitting, will be in just the right spot. Doesn't want to line up. Hold on just a moment. That's why that piece is getting in the way. I believe it's supposed to sit like so. There we are. There we are, much better. Now if I slide this in, it should sit right. Oh. There we are. Nice and clean. Alright, start putting this back together. And only a couple of minor injuries through it. Yeah, but Les, thanks for the follow. If this is the kind of thing that you like to watch, apologies, my hands are in the way. There's not much I can do about that. But yeah, console mods, console repairs. I also play retro PC games. I do PC builds, including a retro. I did a Windows 98 build recently, running a Pentium 4 and a Radeon 9800. Do retro PC games. I do retro console games. I do the occasional modern game as well, but that's
Cyberpunk?
not what I focus on. Yeah, I played a fair bit of Cyberpunk. That's true. Oh, this might need clipping. Okay. So we just need to clip this bit of the metal shielding here. Where are those scissors that I was using? That seemed to be quite successful, despite just being regular scissors. There we are. Sit nicely there. Just run. I wonder if we need to run. This thing here is contacting there, so I might just put some Catherine tape over the top of here. I don't usually watch build stream like this one, but I went to college in electronics and felt at it, so it brings back memories. Oh, nice. Well, I haven't been to college for anything. Well, that's not true. I went for mechanical engineering and I deferred. There's nothing wrong with not going to college. I am considering, though, potentially going back and doing electrical engineering. But we'll see. I mean, it's mostly because I enjoy doing stuff like this. Nice and insulated. I'll just get a little bit more. So I don't want this shorting out on the shield. That's the last thing we want after all this effort, is to have it just short out on the shield. High five for failing in college, I guess. Ah, look. Hasn't you know.
Down with the education system.
Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, like at the end of the day, like, what does college do for you really? Like, you know, some jobs you need particular qualifications. That's about it, really. Back to lurk. No worries, man. I hope you're enjoying it. I like to be nice and chill here. I hope you enjoy the lurk and the watch. We're pretty much done, so got a nice clean case. Oh, this screw wants to be difficult. Might use the other screwdriver. I want to risk rounding it off. I think it's slightly crossed that over. Not a deal. That's right. We'll come back to that screw. It doesn't like us. Nice audio and mood, by the way. Thanks. That's what we go for. Nice chill mood. That's what we want, yeah. Everything's lined up nicely there. See you around, dude. Hope to catch you next time. Apologise for my fat hand in the way of most of the visuals here as we screw this together. There. Nice. I'll put the front cover back together. I've got a power switch to slide in. So this just goes, or pause switch rather. I've got this to go in. Now this will go that way. I want to get that right down in there so that it slides along the switch rails there. Just have to clip this ever so slightly. Just as ever so slightly off center. That's okay. Just gonna clip out some of this. Rail here, and that should sort that out. There we are, so that now will slide back and forth nicely. Alright, so now we're going to put this on and get that to sit on the power switch, which it should do. It's a bit hard, I can't see it. Actually, I should put the game cover on first. Goes this way. There we are. Alright, so I'm going to have to turn this up to try and see what I'm doing here. We'll line that up. There we are. Perfect. Start with screws underneath and we're all done. Oh, Keating's finger. Oh no. Ah no, it's caught. Slipped off the screw and lost the screwdriver end in there. There we are. Nice. All buttoned up. Nice and clean. So much cleaner than it was before. Pause button works. The on and off switch appears to be working well. Cartridge slot is nice and clean. And we're all done. You can barely notice that it's been modified. If you look at the back, it just looks like that's how it was from factory. Nice little perfectly centered 9-pin DIN plug there. So all we need to do really is get the HDMI cable for it. Cleaned out the joystick plugs a bit. Cleaned up the whole case. So yeah, that's it. We're all done. So it was fun. I actually really enjoyed doing that. That was a really good go at it. It's a shame I don't have a HDMI cable, but I'll find that video and I'll post it for you later. And anyone else who's interested on the Discord, I'll just chuck the Discord link up for anyone who might want to hop on. Okay, the Discord link's not working. Never mind. Handy. Doesn't matter. I'll sort it out. I have a Discord. You'll find it. Just search for me. All good. Erroneous hyphen. That's alright. Alright, let's have a look-see at who's streaming, because we're going to find someone to raid over to. We got, what do we got here? Stealthy Golem again. Mike Matai, I think it is. Mike Matai. Ayana. Dark Law.
Discord doesn't work. Is it still set to who shall not be named?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I fixed that. And Sid Nova. Let's see. Let's go across to Ayana. They got a pretty nice chill atmosphere most of the time. What's she doing? She's playing Final Fantasy, just relaxing and then doing ultimate raids by the looks of it. Yeah, nice. Oh, all good. So that's all done. I'm not too sure what we're going to do next stream, but thanks for everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the new followers, and thank you for the subscriptions as well. It's I'm ahead of my sub goal for the month, which is awesome. So thank you very much. And yeah, I hope you really enjoyed it. We'll catch you next time. Work out what we're doing. I'll answer on the Discord. But in the meantime, enjoy. Oh, I've typed the raid wrong, so that's not going to work at all. Usually helps if I type / instead of exclamation mark. Stop being a potato. Anyway, say hi to Ayana for me, and I hope you all had a really good time. Catch you next time. Bye. Yeah.